Alright, so this week most people have been playing Microsoft's new exclusive title, the swashbuckling multiplayer open world pirate game Sea of Thieves. A few days ago I reviewed it myself after finding that the whole game was as shallow as a puddle, having barely enough content to even keep you entertained for more than 4 or 5 hours. But it started me thinking what other pirate games there are out there that players can enjoy. It's a pretty barren genre, to be honest, despite being hugely appealing to lots of gamers who love nothing more than gathering pirate booty and swabbing those poop decks. But I managed to compile a short list of pirate games that I think are good enough for me to recommend, so you can get your fix of salty wenches. Stay tuned for the final game on this list, by the way. It's a serious contender for anyone who feels Sea of Thieves was a huge disappointment. And before we start this list, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe at the end of it. It's all greatly appreciated, and I will put some links in the description below as well for my Patreon and other social media websites that I use if you wish to support my content any further.
I'll give you Blackbeard's honest opinion. You ask me, can this new captain promise you a life of prizes, plunder, and adventure?
Assassin's Creed Black Flag was a refreshing change for the franchise when it released in 2013. Not because of the Assassin's gameplay though, much more focus was placed on the naval combat from the previous game, Assassin's Creed 3. Ubisoft decided to base a whole game around sailing the seven seas on your trusty ship, boarding enemy transport ships, stealing their loot, and searching all the islands dotted through the Caribbean for hidden assassin treasures. Ironically, Ubisoft's move away from their stealthy assassin gameplay was their best idea yet, and Black Flag was a huge success, meaning this game definitely gets the pirate blood flowing for anyone with a thirst for adventures on the high seas. Our second game on this list is technically a whole series. The Monkey Island games are some of the best point-and-click adventures still out there currently now, and they span all the way back from LucasArts' original Monkey Island game back in 1990, that's the year I was born, all the way to Tales of Monkey Island in 2009 by Telltale Games. The magic of these games lies in their sense of humour and their player friendliness. You must be made of stone if you can play through any of these games without laughing out loud and spitting your drink in the face of the unlucky person sitting next to you. Also, you cannot accidentally get your game into an unwinnable situation, as some of the other point-and-click adventure games can get you into, which makes this game easy for anyone to pick up. But it's also still difficult for people that like a challenge. The special editions of the original two games were released in 2010 on Xbox Arcade, and I highly recommend you pick them up if you want to laugh so hard you puke up your grog. Game number 3 is a game that you may buy for a small child, but I admit I had some fun with it myself. In LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean, the video game, Disney have crafted the cast from the films with neatly stacked, mute plastic bricks, allowing you to reenact some of your favourite scenes from the Pirates films and play as countless scurvy sea dogs from the movies in their LEGO forms. This game, well, all of the LEGO games really for that matter, are great fun to enjoy with friend drop-in, drop-out gameplay, which brings back the wonder of couch co-op that so many people have lost touch with. No matter what your age, everyone wants to play as Jack Sparrow. The LEGO games are some of the easiest games to pick up and play for anybody, and you are guaranteed a wonderful childish time. Our fourth game on this list is vaguely related to our first, which was Black Flag Assassin's Creed, and is actually not quite released yet. However, if you take my hugely useful advice and play Black Flag and find out that you enjoy the ship combat the best, then you should immediately look into what's been announced for Ubisoft's upcoming pirate game, Skull and Bones. This multiplayer-based naval combat game lends heavily from the ship mechanics of Black Flag and relies on players' cooperation to beat enemy teams in disputed waters. The collection of ships that you sail through into battle, as well as the tactical nature of the naval warfare, has me excited for this title, and I hope that it will provide a hugely fun, online, enjoyable experience. Its release has been announced for late 2018, but not much else has been leaked about this game since E3, so we will have to see what happens in the near future. But as I always say, never pre-order anything, wait for reviews first, it's only logical.
I may be looking for treasure, but I've already seen your mum's treasure.
Our fifth and final game that I said to stay tuned for is in essence a perfect copy of Sea of Thieves, except that it was released first and is superior in every single way. Black Wake is a pirate simulation game that was released on Steam last month on February the 24th, 2018 and has been in development since 2013. It is developed by Masterfire Studios and is a multiplayer naval first-person shooter that focuses on teamwork and cooperation, very much like Sea of Thieves. However, unlike Sea of Thieves, it has a wealth of content and depth. The ship-to-ship combat is incredibly invigorating and feels very realistic and dangerous. And for when enemy ship crews decide to board you, there is a huge amount of weapons at your disposal to send them down to the locker of Davy Jones. Black Wake is an incredible achievement for a development team that consists of just 2 people, and for the $14.99 price tag, you can't really lose. If you want to give your money to someone in exchange for an excellent pirate game, avoid Microsoft and their hype train of marketing lies, and support a team that has truly worked their socks off to provide a great game with very limited tools at their disposal. Well done, Masterfire Studios. Well done indeed, you've done a great job. So there we go. 5 pirate games that you should play since Sea of Thieves didn't quite hit the spot. I hope you enjoyed the list, and if you can think of any more, please comment down below. Thank you, and I will see you next time.